Your cat just knocked over your coffee. Again. And right now, you're probably thinking they're being a brat. But what if I told you that in the last 48 hours, your cat has tried 7 times to tell you something so vulnerable, so emotionally raw, that they're risking rejection just to say it? And every time you got frustrated, every time you walked away annoyed, you missed it. The truth is, the behaviors that drive you crazy aren't problems, they're confessions. Tonight, we decode 7 so-called negative behaviors that are actually your cat's most desperate attempts to say, "I'm bonded to you, and I don't know how else to prove it." And here's what nobody tells you. Behavior number 7 happens in 90% of attached cats, but only 3% of owners recognize it for what it really is. A plea that sounds like chaos but translates to, "Please don't leave me." Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll never misread your cat's love language again. Number 1, knocking things over. The trust fall you didn't see coming. You place your phone on the counter. 3 seconds later, crash. You turn around and there's your cat staring at you with those unblinking eyes, paws still hovering in the air. Your first thought? They're testing my patience. But here's the gut punch. They're not. They're testing your bond. In feline psychology, this is called environmental interaction testing. Cats don't knock things over to annoy you. They do it to create a reaction, to force a moment of shared attention between you and them. Think about it. Your cat doesn't swipe objects off strangers' tables. They don't knock over the neighbor's stuff. They target your items, in your space when you're present. Why? Because they need to know if you're still emotionally available. Here's a real story that'll break your heart. A woman named Sarah wrote to us. Her cat, Milo, started knocking her glasses off the nightstand every single morning. For months, she yelled at him, locked him, out of the bedroom, even considered rehoming him. Then one day, she was running late. She grabbed her glasses without looking at Milo, and for the first time in weeks, he didn't knock them over. He just sat there, staring at the empty space where her attention used to be. That's when it hit her. He wasn't breaking her glasses. He was breaking through her routine to make her see him. The moment she started giving him 30 seconds of eye contact and a gentle pet each morning before reaching for her glasses, the behavior stopped completely. Your cat isn't destroying your things. They're asking, "Am I still worth a pause in your day?" Don't get angry. Get present. A calm acknowledgement, a slow blink, even just saying their name softly, that's the response they're desperately waiting for. If you think that's heartbreaking, wait until you understand what they're really writing on your furniture. Number 2, scratching where they shouldn't, love notes you keep erasing. The corner of your couch, the door frame to your bedroom, that one specific spot on the carpet. You've bought scratching posts, you've tried sprays, you've moved furniture. Nothing works. They keep going back to your stuff. And here's why that should make you feel something. Cats have scent glands in their paws. When they scratch, they're not just sharpening their claws. They're depositing pheromones, chemical signatures that say, "This space matters to me because the person here matters to me." They don't scratch random furniture. They scratch the things that smell like you, the places you touch, the spaces you occupy. That scratch on your favorite chair, it's not disrespect. It's a love letter written in a language you weren't taught to read. A viewer named David shared this story. His cat, Luna, obsessively scratched the wooden leg of his desk, the one he worked at from home every day. He tried everything. Tape, foil, scratching posts right next to it. Nothing worked. Then one week, he had to travel for work. When he came back, he noticed something. The scratching had stopped, but when he sat back down at his desk the next morning, within an hour, Luna was back at it. It finally clicked. She wasn't scratching his desk. She was scratching their desk, the place where they spent time together, the spot that held his scent and her need to be part of his world. Here's what changed everything for him. He stopped trying to redirect her away. Instead, he placed a small scratching mat right at the base of that desk leg and draped one of his old t-shirts over it. Luna switched to the mat immediately. Not because it was new, but because he finally validated what she was trying to say. You and I, this space, we belong together. Your cat isn't ruining your furniture. They're claiming emotional territory. The real question is, are you listening? And if you think that's intense, the next behavior will completely flip how you see rejection. Number 3, ignoring you. The compliment disguised as coldness. You call their name. Nothing. You walk into the room, they turn their back. You try to pet them, they walk away. It stings, doesn't it? It feels like indifference, maybe even rejection. But here's the truth that'll change everything. In the world of cats, ignoring someone is the highest form of trust. Let me explain. Cats are hyper-vigilant animals. In the wild, turning your back on another creature is dangerous. It means you're vulnerable, exposed, unprotected. So when your cat deliberately ignores you, when they turn away, when they choose not to watch your every move, they're saying, I don't need to monitor you. You're safe. I'm safe. We're past the point of proving anything. This is something only the most securely bonded cats do. It's not apathy, it's peace. Here's a story that makes this heartbreakingly clear. A man named Tom adopted a rescue cat named Pepper, who had been abused. For the first 6 months, Pepper never let Tom out of her sight. She followed him everywhere, watched his every move, slept facing him. Tom thought it was love, but his vet explained, she's not relaxed. She's monitoring you because she doesn't trust you yet. Then one morning, Tom woke up and Pepper was at the foot of the bed, back turned, completely relaxed. And from that day forward, she stopped following him obsessively. She'd sit in the other room while he worked. She'd sleep with her back to him. And for the first time, Tom felt hurt, until he realized she finally felt safe enough to stop watching. If your cat ignores you, celebrate it. It means they've moved past anxiety and into trust. The biggest compliment a cat can give you isn't attention. It's the freedom to look away. But here's the twist. What happens when they suddenly can't stop talking? Number 4, excessive meowing. The emotional SOS you're translating wrong. Loud, repetitive, sometimes borderline obnoxious, your cat starts meowing at you and won't stop. Walk into the kitchen, meow. Sit on the couch, meow. Try to work, meow, meow, meow. And you think, what do they want now? But here's the part that'll break you. They're not demanding, they're regressing. Adult cats do not meow at other cats. This is a scientifically documented fact. After kittenhood, cats stop vocalizing to each other because it's unnecessary. They communicate through body language, scent, and behavior. So when your adult cat meows excessively at you, they're not treating you like another cat. They're treating you like their mother. They're returning to infant behavior because they feel emotionally overwhelmed and they need you to regulate them. Think about that. Your cat is so bonded to you that in moments of stress, confusion, or emotional intensity, they instinctively cry out to you the same way they once cried for their mother. A woman named Lisa shared this story, and it still haunts me. Her cat, Simba, started meowing incessantly, every evening around 7 p.m. She tried everything: food, play, ignoring him, giving him attention. Nothing worked. It went on for weeks. Then one night, she sat on the floor and just watched him, and she realized he wasn't meowing at random. He was meowing while pacing between her and the front door. That's when it hit her. 7 p.m. was when her partner used to come home, before they'd broken up 3 months earlier. Simba wasn't being annoying. He was asking, "Where's the other part of our family? Why isn't the routine complete? I don't understand, and I need you to fix it." Lisa started sitting with him at 7 p.m., speaking softly, just being present. Within a week, the meowing stopped. He didn't need answers. He needed someone to acknowledge his confusion. Your cat isn't nagging you. They're sharing their emotional load. Before you tell them to stop, ask yourself, what are they really trying to say? And if you think vocalization is powerful, the next behavior is even more misunderstood. Number 5, biting or nipping. When love has teeth. It happens without warning. A gentle pet session, everything's calm, and suddenly chomp. Or maybe they nip your ankle as you walk by. It feels aggressive. It might even hurt. And your instinct is to pull away and scold them. But here's what you're missing. Cats use their mouths to communicate in ways humans don't understand. In bonded cat groups, gentle biting is normal. Mother cats nibble their kittens to correct them, to groom them, to move them. Adult cats nip each other during play, during grooming, to test boundaries. It's not aggression, it's intimacy. And when your cat does it to you, they're bringing you into that circle of closeness. But here's the part that changes everything. The bite isn't the message. Your reaction is the test. A viewer named Rachel told us this story. Her cat, Oliver, would bite her hand every time she tried to walk away from petting him. She thought he was being possessive, aggressive, even mean. She started avoiding him. Then one day, instead of pulling away fast, she paused. She didn't yell, didn't jerk her hand back. She just stayed still and whispered, "Easy, Oliver." And he immediately released, looked at her, and started purring. She realized he wasn't trying to hurt her. He was trying to say, "Don't go yet. I'm not ready." The bite was a question. Is our connection strong enough for me to be this honest? And her calm response told him, yes, it is. Real tip. When your cat nips, don't pull away fast. It triggers their prey instinct. Instead, pause, stay soft, and calmly acknowledge them. Because if a cat trusts you enough to use their teeth, they're trusting you with their most vulnerable form of communication. And if this behavior surprises you, what comes next might make you rethink every time you've ever tried to leave the house. Number 6, blocking your path. The quiet plea you keep stepping over. You're heading to the door. Suddenly, they're in front of you. You try to move around them. They shift. You pick them up and put them aside. They sprawl across the floor, forcing you to stop. And you think, why are they being so difficult? But here's the truth. Cats only try to control the movement of people they're emotionally dependent on. They don't block strangers. They don't stand in front of guests. They target you because, in that moment, they're trying to slow down time they're not ready to lose. In feline social groups, controlling pace maintains safety. When a mother cat wants her kittens to stay close, she positions herself in their path. It's not dominance, it's protection. And when your adult cat does it to you, they're not trying to stop you from leaving. They're trying to delay a goodbye they don't understand. Here's a story that'll wreck you. A man named Chris worked long hours. Every morning, his cat, Bella, would sit directly in front of the door. No meowing, no dramatics, just silent stillness. For months, he thought she was being stubborn. He'd step over her, frustrated, running late. Then one morning, he was working from home, and Bella didn't sit at the door. She slept peacefully in the living room. That's when it clicked. She wasn't blocking the door. She was blocking his exit. The moment he wasn't leaving, she didn't need to try. The next workday, he did something different. Instead of stepping over her, he knelt down, gave her a slow blink, and stayed just 30 seconds longer. And Bella stood up and walked away, calm, settled. She didn't need him to stay home. She just needed him to acknowledge, "I see you. I know this is hard, but I'll come back." Your cat isn't trying to control you. They're trying to hold on to a moment they wish could last longer. Don't step around them in frustration. Pause. Lower yourself. Give them just a few more seconds of your presence. Because for a cat, timing is everything. And those extra seconds? They're the difference between feeling abandoned and feeling seen. And if you think that's the most misunderstood behavior, wait until you hear what happens the moment you walk back through that door. Number 7, clingy or destructive after you return. The relief that looks like revenge. You come home, and chaos. They're shredding paper, knocking things over, suddenly hyper, climbing on you, meowing nonstop. And you think, they're mad at me, they're punishing me for leaving. But here's the truth that'll change how you see your cat forever. They're not angry, they're relieved. Cats don't have the cognitive framework to hold grudges the way humans do. They don't plot revenge, but they do experience stress. And when you leave, even if they trust you'll return, their nervous system still holds tension. They wait, they listen, they monitor the door. And the moment you walk back in, all that stored anxiety releases at once. This isn't revenge. It's discharge, an emotional reset. They're not tearing things apart because you left. They're releasing the pressure because you came back. Think of it like holding your breath underwater. The moment you break the surface, your body gasps for air. It's not a choice, it's a reflex. That's what's happening when your cat explodes with energy the second you return. Their system is recalibrating. Here's a story that makes this devastatingly clear. A woman named Emma had a cat named Gizmo. Every time she came home from work, Gizmo would race around the apartment, knock over plants, shred paper towels, and then collapse on her lap, purring. She thought he was acting out, but then she started recording him while she was gone. And what she saw broke her heart. For the first hour, he was fine. Then he started sitting by the door, then pacing, then sitting at the window. By hour 3, he wasn't eating. He was just waiting, staring at the door, barely moving. And the moment he heard her key in the lock, his entire body tensed. And the second she walked in, he exploded. It wasn't anger, it was release. He'd been holding his breath, and she was the air. Emma changed her routine. When she walked in, instead of reacting to the chaos, she just sat down on the floor, quiet still. She let him orient, let him release, let him come to her when he was ready. And within 2 weeks, the destructive behavior stopped. He didn't need her to fix him. He just needed her to stay calm while he found his balance again. So when your cat acts chaotic the moment you return, don't yell. Don't push them away. Sit down. Be still. Let them come back to themselves. Because in that moment, your calm presence is the only thing that tells them, "You're safe again. I'm here. You can finally relax." Thanks for watching. You just uncovered 7 hidden love languages your cat has been speaking all along. But here's what I need you to understand. If you miss these signs, you've probably been missing others. And some of them are urgent. In the next video, I'll reveal 7 silent warning signs your cat gives when they're emotionally struggling, even when everything seems normal on the surface, including one sign that appears 48 hours before a complete behavioral shift, and most owners notice it too late. If your cat does this, it's not about love anymore. It's about survival. They're begging you to protect them, and they're running out of ways to ask. Don't miss it, because your cat might be whispering right now, and you're the only one who can hear them.